This is WENY News.
Hello, and thanks so much for clicking on the webcast. I'm Ross DiMattei. Here's the latest from WENY News and the Star-Gazette. 2 men are now in police custody after an early morning armed robbery at an Elmira gas station earlier this week. 21-year-old Christopher Clugstone and 18-year-old Davin Catlin, both from Van Etten, were arrested and charged with robbing the Sunoco at 359 North Main Street in the city of Elmira. Elmira police say witnesses tell them they saw a man show a handgun while demanding cash and tobacco products. The man then ran from the scene into a waiting vehicle. Both Clugstone and Catlin are scheduled to be arraigned on a second-degree robbery charge tomorrow at Elmira City Court. After days of discussion, we now know more about the Ithaca mayor's plan to combat the local drug crisis. Yesterday, Mayor Savante Myrick unveiled the Ithaca plan alongside Tompkins County health and law officials. It addresses many aspects of fighting drug use, but its most controversial part is a want for the nation's first supervised injection facility. The mayor wants a place where heroin users can use the drug under the care of a nurse. He says Americans need to start looking at opioid abuse as a health crisis rather than a criminal act. New York senior citizens are one step closer to paying less property taxes thanks to a bill that's passed in the state Senate. It would give local governments the option to increase the maximum income allowed in order to receive a local property tax break starting in 2018. That would make more of New York's senior citizens eligible for the tax exemption. The exemptions would range from 5 to 45% of their assessed property value. The bill will now be voted on in the state assembly. The Chemung County Sheriff's Office wants to make sure you do your part to keep our local neighborhoods safe. So they're holding a series of neighborhood crime and safety meetings throughout the county. And tonight is the first of 3. Residents will learn useful information and tips about keeping the area safe and crime-free, as well as learning about the latest technology that the Sheriff's Office is using. Tonight's event will be at 7 p.m. at 476 Maple Street in Big Flats. And now let's send it over to meteorologist Craig Flint with a look at today's forecast. Hey there, Craig.
Alrighty, Ross. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. Last night and in the evening, you may have heard the thunder and lightning, and you may have went, is this February? It doesn't happen in February, but it can, and it does sometimes, but pretty neat show either way. I was excited. I was pumped. I had to get up and look at the radar and look out the window because I'm a big geek.
I looked out the window. Does that make me a geek?
Yeah.
All right, we can be geeks together.
All right. What are you doing for lunch today, Ross?
I was thinking Chinese. What about you?
I think so too. You buying?
I'm not buying, but I heard you got a nice buffet in mind, and it's a pretty good price. We won't say any names.
Okay, back to business, because I'm a professional and we have some weather to talk about. So, some rain today. We just have had food on the mind all morning. Rain today, but the steadiest is in the process of exiting. And as we head into the afternoon, it's going to turn colder. So we deepen the colder air. That will allow some wet snow to mix in later as winds shift a little bit more to the west. Overnight tonight, they'll become gusty and blustery with scattered snow. And 18 degrees. Now, once the temperature falls below 32, watch out for a flash freeze. Well, what's a flash freeze? Well, we just went through all the rain yesterday, right? So the pavement's still wet, surfaces are still damp. Well, that moisture is going to freeze up and turn into ice as we head into this evening with temperatures, this evening and overnight as temperatures fall below freezing. So just an FYI for you, and there'll be some scattered snow showers moving through at times too. Northern tier, let's see, Towanda, Sayre, Mansfield, Wellsboro, Gaelton, temperatures early in the morning here will be in the 40s and then start to turn colder. It's actually already starting to turn colder over the western sections. 45, we're going to hang out in the mid-40s today. Steadiest the rain exiting, and over the Finger Lakes today, temperatures low and mid-40s first part of the day and then turning colder. And you can see the colder air behind me, right? As some of the colder air starts to fill in behind this area of low pressure. There are the thunderstorms from yesterday. As a matter of fact, severe weather all the way up into southeastern Pennsylvania. And what we're dealing with today is sort of some backwash, leftover moisture that will start to turn into a little bit of wet snow at the finish of today as some of that colder air drains in. then we take a look at the country as a whole, and really not much going on, right? So once we get past tomorrow, I think what you see out over the center part of the nation will become our weather by the weekend. So that means the weekend's not going to be too bad. So what's kind of the setup we have here? Jet stream goes like this. So that's when you get this trough and we get unsettled here in the east. But meanwhile, in the west, you've got the ridging, and obviously out west is where the nice weather is. But with time, some of this will start to work its way to the east. So that's why I think the weekend will be and okay, with a high of 39 Saturday, lower 50s on Sunday, rain over to snow on Monday, 45. March 1st, Tuesday, should come in like a lamb. Shh, quiet. We'll see what happens at the end of the month. You know how March goes around here sometimes, but at least that's the way it looks right now. 42. And then Wednesday, some scattered snow showers and a high of 32 degrees, Ross.
You know, if March comes in like a lamb, maybe it'll go out like a lion, or so I hear, Craig.
So you hear, because you've never heard the expression before.
That's right. Yeah, I'll own up to that. I'm still learning. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for the latest news, weather, and sports, be sure to watch WENY News at noon, 5:36, and 11. And don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star Gazette. I'm Ross DiMattei. Have a great Thursday.